Starting to really fill out, but now I'm feeling like it's a little too overbearing for this genre, for this song. So what I'm going to do is the first thing I added here is trim to bring down a little bit of all of the affected side to kind of boost up this DI side a little bit. So I only dropped down the right channel, which is DI low, sans amp, cab, guitar 1, and guitar 2. I dropped that down by about 2 decibels. So let's hear what difference that makes. Pretty cool. Doesn't really do much. It's very subtle. Now the next thing I have here is a gate to just really gate out any unwanted noise. So I have this here more as of a safe, more of a safe measure than anything else, only because I've already gone through and I've gated out all of the noise beforehand, before consolidating by just cutting and removing. But that's just there as a safe measure. After that, I have a compressor, another gentle compressor to help me tame everything down. Now this isn't multi-mono, this is stereo, so this is affecting both signals together. I have it at a 1:5 ratio. I'm sorry, 1.5 to 1 ratio. I have a 1.7 millisecond attack and a 5 millisecond release. So fast attack, fast release. And I'm gaining up about 3 decibels, just shy of it, to kind of make up for that. Let's have a listen. Just to kind of help keep everything clamped down. That sounds pretty good. It's not really doing much, and I enjoy that. So max bass here afterwards, I've placed to help warm out everything and give me a body and a harmonic value that will help keep this bass pushing through this powerful mix. So let's go ahead and have a listen to what this plugin is doing. It's kind of a subtle lift in the low frequencies. Again, if you're not using headphones or proper monitoring, I mean, I would suggest listening to it through that, only because this low frequency stuff is really audible only through really headphones and things like that. Laptop speakers don't quite do it justice. However, you got what you got, you know. So let's, this plugin does a lot. When I was soloing out the max bass, I heard a lot of like warmth and kind of all of the note, but none of the definition, and that's kind of what I was aiming for when I was setting this up. I have my center frequency set to 60, so everything above and below that is kind of getting some love from this max bass unit. Ratio and my highest response, so everything should be working at best capacity, most aggressive capacity, but now I feel like I need to start cutting some frequencies. So here I have Waves Q10. I wonder what my favorite EQ plugin is, right? So I have a roll-off here at about 50 hertz to allow me to bring up my overall volume. Now, a roll-off doesn't mean that it's cutting everything after that. What it's doing is it's rolling off those frequencies progressively until the end of the line. Now, that doesn't mean that the frequencies aren't there. They're just being pushed downwards. So let's say it was crushingly loud on 31 hertz. but you're rolling it off. So now instead of being 18 decibels at 31 hertz, maybe it's somewhere around 1 or 2 decibels, which is far more acceptable. I mean, in this hypothetical, that's not a rule of thumb here, but that would be more acceptable for, you know, your dense mix. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm rolling things off after 50 hertz, below 50 hertz. That way, whatever is below it isn't removed altogether. It just allows me to make the whole channel louder before making that 50 hertz eat up all of my headroom or what have you. So here I have some cuts, narrow and wide, for my low mids. I have a notch out here at about 650 hertz to help with my stereo spread and to kind of get out of the way of the guitars a little bit. A frequency up here around 2000 hertz that was a little annoying. I'm boosting around 4000, and then there's a giant notch out here at around 6800 that was just too aggressive. So let's go ahead and engage this plugin and hear what changes frequency-wise. I'm going to take it from a different spot of the song. Now you'll also see that I have this left side gained up, and that's for the DI signal. I don't want to be gaining up everything. I have a fader for that. I just want to gain up the DI signal. Let's listen to what this sounds like with the drums to hear how they're gelling. So I just made a quick adjustment. I felt that that might not have been the right place for that EQ maneuver, so I just kind of changed it a little bit. What I did to do that, let me demonstrate that again once more, was I took this notch, I took this band, dragged it all the way up in gain, found the frequency that I didn't want anymore, that sounded so offensive, and then I just dropped it back down and adjusted. So that's how I do my seek and destroy sort of mechanism for my EQs and finding frequencies that don't quite sound too great.